this is a good little warm-up before a workout, and also if you're looking to improve hip mobility. There's actually a lot of benefits here, but those are the two main ones. So I don't know a single person that won't be able to utilize this with a warm-up here. What you'll find too is that it flows together quite nicely. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is a side sit. Basically get your legs and your hips at 90 degrees here. Sit as tall as you can in the posture. Hips are square. If you are unable to get to this tall position, you can put your hand down to the side here. If you need to walk out a little further until you're able to improve that mobility, that's fine. If you're down here, we've got some problems. We'll have to work on this a lot, but try to work your way up to this really tall position here. I'm going to try and keep my hips grounded and my knees grounded as well. Anything I can do to challenge that a little bit. Switch sides. Probably spend about 30 seconds or so on each one of these exercises. If you find there's something you can't do as well, you can definitely spend some more time on them. Or even outside of this warm-up, you can spend some time on them. This whole flow that we go through here should take about 5 minutes total. No more than that. I like to spend about 5 minutes foaming, 5 minutes doing some kind of movement prep like this. Maybe another few minutes with some more like dynamic warm-ups to get the blood flowing. But that's all specific to the workout. Right now we're just focusing on this as movement prep and hip mobility. So this is called a butterfly, feet together. Trying to drive those knees down. Rather than forcing them down, I want to actually actively push them down on their own. So I'm going to do my best to bring my knees towards the floor. You know, you can definitely give them a little push here and there, but try to be as active as you can. Still keeping that nice tall posture. Okay, cross your legs. This is a half lotus. So first be able to sit cross-legged like this, and then we're going to take that leg and put it up, or that foot, put it up onto the thigh here. You might find that maybe you're way up here. This is another variation you can do, something like this. Maybe you're cross-legged, sit like this, and start to work towards this position. Switch sides. I think the full lotus is this foot would be way up here. I'm not even going to attempt that, but this is why this is called a half lotus. Okay, so then you've got a toe sit. Basically, curl those toes underneath you. I should point out that I'm doing this barefoot. I highly recommend you do it barefoot just because shoes get in the way, especially in this exercise. So I want to curl those toes underneath, sit on my heels if possible. And if you can't get there, this is a very uncomfortable exercise. I'll tell you that right now. You can stuff a pillow or something below your thighs to kind of help prop you up. We're working back towards this position here. Nice little bend in the toes. And we're going to go to a heel sit. A little more comfortable. Just going to sit on those heels. Keep that tall posture the best I can. If you find that some of these are just kind of easy, you can skip through them real quick. Alright, 6-point position. We're just going to do a few neck turns. Just about 3 per side. You're not really trying to create much of a stretch here, just working through the range of motion. Do a chin tuck, look up towards the ceiling. Chin tuck, look up towards the ceiling. Just kind of working that neck. The neck, of course, connects to the shoulders, the traps, the back, so if you have tension in the neck, it's going to affect everything else too. Alright, so from there we're going to go into the down dog. I want you to drive those heels towards the floor for that nice little stretch in the ankles, the calves, even the hamstrings. Reset, push through that floor back into that down dog. Do about 6 of these is fine. Give or take, just make sure the quality of reps and really get something out of them. Okay, I'm going to step into the Spider-Man position. Turn so you can see this. So I got one hand down, I'm just going to create a little distraction here in my hip, pushing that knee out with my elbow. Okay, now I'm going to drop the hip, roll up towards the side. So I get a little hip rotation happening. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bit of a twist from here. If you can breathe out as you reach, you'll expand that little stretch. Do that on the other side. Hip distraction. Just do a few of these is fine. And a roll, or rotate that hip. Get a little twist. Okay. So we're going to go from this position. This is a little tricky for a lot of people. So we're in that Spider-Man position. Basically, we're going to go into a rotational lunge. Right after that Spider-Man. Rotational lunge. Spider-Man. Notice that I'm picking that foot up. Trying to really sit into this hip here. You might need to balance yourself out a little bit. That's fine. Okay, we're going to go switch sides. So now we're going into this other side. Spider-Man to rotational lunge. Okay, now we're here. We're going to go to a V stance. Bend at the hips. Feel a little stretch between the hamstrings. Bring the hands to the floor. Start to walk them back. Best you can. I'm going to hold this for about 30 seconds. No more than that. And then from this position, I'm going to actually do some rotation. Again, trying to breathe out. Three per side is fine. And now we're going to go into some alternating lateral squats. Much like the rotational lunge, except that I'm keeping my feet pointed forward as I sit into my hips, sit back, and really sit back. It's coming from the hips, not the knees. Just go side to side. If you need to use your hands to balance you, that's fine. You can progress this by actually reaching out in front, right? Serves as a counterbalance. Play around with that one a little bit. This one. So going to this kneeling position. Or here, back to that 6-point position. We're going to take that foot out. We're going to rock into it. Stretching inside this leg here. Just 3 there, switch sides. Great, it is room. Okay, we're going to go to it's called a yoga table. So when you're doing this one, you want to be sure to bring the gut in. So you got this. So the way to do this is breathe out as you go up. Just get all that air out of you. Suck in that gut. From here we go into a squat. Best you can. I'm going to move so you can see this, but get into that deep squat. This is more comfortable as you get better at squatting. For those of you that have trouble squatting, this is going to be pretty grueling. So just do what you can, work these distractions using the elbows, kind of rock side to side. Maybe you need to use your hands for balance, that's fine. Try to keep the weight in the heels. Tall posture. And we're going to go stand nice and tall. We're going to do a toe touch. Drop down, reach the arms back up, stand up. Toe touch. Drop down to that squat, reach the arms up, stand up. 3 is good. That's pretty much it. Last little thing you can add, eggshell. finish it off. Ta-da! I find those more fun than useful, but I think for some people they're definitely a useful exercise to do. Get the blood flowing, kind of roll things out. That is the flow.